Hey, Vortex here, and welcome to my review of the Tangzu Zetian Wu. I apologise if that's wrong. And this is their latest release, which is a 14.5mm planar, which should be very interesting, as planar is very interesting tech. And as usual, full disclaimer is I grabbed this off the Magic's audio store of AliExpress. I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts and opinions are my own. Obviously I'll link where I bought it in the description. And yeah, so planar, way overkill packaging, which you'll see in a bit. Mine is the 4.4mm version, and specs are obviously 14.5mm driver, 16 ohm impedance, sensitivity is 100. There's some links, and yeah, 2-pin 0.78. So yeah, just get into it. So let's open this bad boy up. I've had a quick glimpse of what's inside, but obviously I haven't actually tried these yet. Thank you for choosing Zetian Wu. I'm sorry if that's the wrong pronunciation. Really nice kind of presentation. This is what you want to do as a kind of prestige. Big carry case with the branding. So I guess that's a way when the cable's attached, you can kind of wrap it round. I don't think I've ever seen that before, so that's quite unique. And this is a 4.4 balanced, because you can pick that or 3.5. I picked a 4.4. Looks very, very nice. I will obviously try it out to see what it's like, but yeah, you can see 4.4, 2-pin left and obviously right on there. Nice cable. I'll check that another time. What we're here for, these bad boys. Very, very unique kind of styling. Not too big, a little bit on the larger side. There's a vent there and one there. It's a little bit on the larger size, but I like that it's 2-pin. Quite unique. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And yeah, there's some tips. Also to note, it says foams. They're actually silicone tips. So you also get two fitted, so balanced, base and foams. The balanced have slightly larger bores than the base. And that's it. So yeah, I obviously haven't tried this yet. I'm going to put a good few hours on these and get my impressions. Obviously graph them after I've listened to a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys and gals in the future. Yeah, so finally, welcome to my part of the, the review section of this video. So let's talk about comfort. As you can see, these are on the bigger side. They're not massive, but they are certainly larger. I found the fit was to be okay, personally for me. The nozzle's quite short, as you can see. It could have been better, but then again it could have been worse. I'd say it's in the middle, kind of average really. It could have been best, but yeah. So build, quite nice. This seems plastic. The black part, if you can see, there is a very kind of thin. I'll not say it's a mesh. See there, the dampener, or what you want to call it. It looks very thin. You can kind of see through. I don't think you'll see on the camera, but yeah, not too bad. I do like the shell. That's it. Kind of crazy kind of design. I like that. Also like there's no words on it as well. It's just the image. But yeah, it's good. It's always good to see more planars. So let's talk about isolation. I found it kind of okay. Not much to say really. It could be better, could be worse. It is what it is, unfortunately. So power and sensitivity is these being planars a little bit harder to power. You don't need anything crazy. It's just a bit more than you'd probably expect, is the best way to describe it. You don't need anything powerful. If you've got a good enough audio adapter, it's more than fine. Probably I wouldn't recommend out of a phone. Just something a little bit better, like I say, a half decent audio adapter should be fine really. And yeah, so Technicalities. Planars normally shine here, and this one does as well. Technical performance and micro details are thrown as well. He's always very good. Planars, like I've said, always seem to excel with this. And then balanced armatures are behind that than DDs. Not always sound signature, just how, because the driver is super fast, faster than dynamics. And yeah, technical performance and micro details again is very good. So the timbre of these is decent. Can't beat DD. I don't think DD would ever be beaten by timbre, but it's right up there with it, and obviously that's always above armatures. But yeah, pretty good so far. So Soundstage, I actually found this actually pretty good. I did not try it for gaming, because some people use these for gaming, or earphones in general for gaming. I did not try that. I just tried some music and stuff like that, and it was yeah, I was quite happy with it. Didn't really sound that boxed in, but yeah, it's fine. I you know, I actually liked it. So let's talk about what we're here for, is sound. So overlay the graph. So the graph is, give me a sec. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, they do have a stronger bass response now, probably a bit more than I was kind of expecting, because this uses the same kind of driver size as the 7Hz timeless and natural. I think the closest is the Shure S12. They were like 14 point something millimeter drivers. This may be from the same company, I don't know, but I think it's 14.5, so they're all very, very close. So bass response, before I digress, is elevated. So there's a small difference in the sub bass. To be honest, I didn't notice that. Obviously these are bassy boys, as you can tell. Quite bassy actually. I didn't expect it to have as much as it is, but I don't mind that. But planar bass is always quality. It's fast. The decay's fast. I liked it. I don't mind a bit of bass, as long as it's quality bass. You don't know muddy, kind of floppy bass, and these don't have that. So I was actually quite happy with it. Good, solid. So mids, I liked it. Maybe some people, you probably call this a V. I was fine with it. There's a small pushback, but I was quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with the lower mids having like thick body. It reminded me a little bit of the Raptco Hook X, and I like that pair. Yeah, it just reminded me of it. It's not the same, but it just reminded me of that kind of sound. But your mids are fine. Everything's clear. It's not really shouty. You can see it starts to rise gradually towards the top of the mids. I like that. I don't like it because when it just shoots up, it sounds really shouty. But yeah, we're okay. So treble, mine seems to have a little bit of not imbalance, but they don't match that close. But when I use them, I didn't really notice. Now Planar seems to have that kind of trait where the driver matching seems to be a bit more difficult. Well, not difficult, but harder to match. But again, I was okay with it. These are on the brighter side though, but these are very detailed. You know, they're not tuned. I would say they're not tuned on the safe side. I wouldn't say them super shouty. I think the elevated low end doesn't make the lower treble sound as, it doesn't sound as bright as it looks, is the best way to describe it. But yeah, treble, I was quite happy with it. It was within my tolerance of aggression, shall we say. But yeah, very clear treble. Instrument separation, like I said before, and the layering of instruments and stuff is very good. It is on the brighter side though, so you have to bear that in mind. Yeah, and they do actually have big extension, Now I prefer the tuning of these compared to the Dioko, which is a bit cheaper than these. I think this is a more preferred tuning. The Dioko is quite lean with a bit of a sub bass bump, but this has more of a mid bass hit as well, and the treble's more balanced on these in my opinion. Obviously they're cheaper, but those have a massive shell. But anyway, yeah, the treble is quite fine actually. These are actually quite a good set. It's always good to see what companies do, and now I've tried a few of them. And yeah, I won't go on too long, otherwise the videos start to get like super long. And yeah, so conclusion is, do I recommend these? Yes. Obviously they're not as cheap as something like the Dioko or anything like that, but I think they're a good set. They are I'd say V-shaped. They're probably bass than you expect, and they do have a lot of treble extension. They don't roll off or anything like that. There was within my tolerance, and I'm a bit on the fence about shouty treble, but these don't seem to have that. I don't know why. Maybe it's the elevated bass response that kind of masks that a little bit, shall we say. But yeah, they're a good set. I don't know if they're better than like the S12 or the Timeless, because they're in the same ballpark. Or the Hook X, I do like them. I think I might like the Hook X a little bit more, but they're more expensive than these. But yeah, these are, I think they're a good set. You just have to see if the graph suits what you like. But yeah, they do very well overall. I could also wish there's probably a little bit more comfortable. Again, the shell is on the larger size, as you can see, and the nozzle's short. But that's, again, your mileage may vary, so I'll probably end it now. Yeah, if you know anything in particular, as usual, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and take care. See you in the next video.